Welcome back to Keystone Hobbies. If you like our content, feel free to help support us over on patreon.com/Keystone Hobbies. The Discord link will be in the description. Thank you, Nate, for being a patron. I'm Greg.
I'm John.
Tyler?
I'm AJ.
And we have AJ. AJ,
Hey,
welcome.
I have a camera this time.
I know,
And
right?
I talk.
Awesome,
Well,
awesome.
we
AJ
did try to
Casey.
have you. I know, right? We did try to have him on last week, but due to technical difficulties,
Doo-doo.
um,
Right.
we had to scratch things out. But welcome back, AJ. Good to have you here.
Thanks.
Yeah, we did
Yeah,
a
my
little bit of a meme with the video too, where we had Greg just talking to Tyler while Tyler nodded and played Dokkan because none of his audio was recorded.
I know it was rather unfortunate, but you know what? We still brought something out, and we
That
can still talk about
that
stuff.
video is a thing of nightmares, John.
I love it. Greg's like, it's
It's
just me talking the entire time.
Yeah,
Thank you,
it's
John, for doing that to me.
it's cancer.
It just looks like Tyler's just sitting there like, oh yeah, that's interesting, Greg. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's 9 minutes of pure ecstasy. Let me tell you.
Yep, good stuff.
My
good
God, this
stuff.
guy won't shut the hell up.
He's just on and on about this Nin Online game and Dead by Daylight.
Doesn't he understand? I have a world tournament to do right now.
Good stuff. Well, welcome to the show, AJ.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here again. Had a lot of fun last time, even if my audio wasn't there. So glad to be here again.
Yeah.
Well, we at least got to talk. But now that you're back, and hopefully with working audio this time, tell us about yourself a little bit. That way the viewers can know who you is.
So yeah, my name's AJ.
Yep.
I just graduated college with a criminal justice degree in May. I'm a youth group counselor, and I play a lot of Valorant and Dead by Daylight. Yeah.
Very sweaty Dead by Daylight killer.
A lot
may I
of Dead by Daylight.
The king
Not
of
much,
Dead by
much.
Daylight in our Discord server at this time, for sure.
Not too much, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Dude,
You're okay
you are
at
a
open.
you are a ninja with a flashlight,
Oh yeah, of course.
and I hate every bit of it.
I make sure all my friends stay alive. We're all having a good time.
You make me want to have the Lightborn perk, and I really don't want to do that.
That's a wasted perk.
Yeah, it's like you can hear them all around you whenever you're going to pick a survivor up.
Vegeta.
Yeah, seriously.
So speaking of Dead by Daylight, Tiffany is so new to gaming in general. She just got her computer, like a little over a month ago,
Yeah.
and she already hit Iridescent on Dead by Daylight.
She's just grinding.
Yeah,
I'm not even
she's
close to that.
she's getting really good.
That's pretty crazy. That took
That's
me
a
a long
lot.
time to get Iridescent on Dead by Daylight.
I say that's a lot of hours to put into it.
Let alone like, does she play solo a lot?
Not too much.
Okay.
Well,
It's like-
kind of, sort of. If people are on, she'll play with them, but I do remember her being in solo lobbies quite a bit, so I misspoke there.
That's the most frustrating part of Dead by Daylight. It's just solo queue survivor lobbies.
Yeah, she got so annoyed with it, she hopped over to be the killer.
Yep. It's
Hey.
just
Nothing wrong with that.
it's a different world out there.
I mean, that's all I do. If I'm playing Dead by Daylight late at night and you guys aren't on, I'll just go to killer because then I don't have to rely on randoms that cannot talk to me.
Yeah, then you can
Exactly.
get your killer matches in, get that out of the way, and increase your progress on that as well as your survivor. That way you're not just focusing on one. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's
Plus,
really fun
it still
to play
gives me
together
dead
on the
points.
Discord.
Oh yeah.
Yep. We get most nights we have at least one or two people on playing, and yeah, so anybody join the Discord and have some fun.
For a little bit there, we had to split up lobbies. Just to
Yeah.
get-
That was crazy. We were having like 8 or 9 people in the match.
I think at
Yeah.
the height we had one customs and one survive with friends full of 4 people. So we had 9
Yeah.
people playing at one time, and I think 2 people spectating. So good stuff. A lot of fun over
Yeah.
there.
But
Maybe another tournament in the future, John.
We you know what? It might happen. We'll see. It's definitely going to be a lot more for fun instead of something as sweaty. But you know, we'll see what kind of comments we get on this video for a tournament, and maybe we'll run Dead by Daylight tournament.
I'm definitely getting AJ on my team.
Maybe what were those cheaters? Were they out of the U.S.?
I believe so.
Uh,
Yeah.
weren't they Australia?
I thought they were
I,
UK. I thought they were
I
like the UK something.
I got a streamer the night before from Australia to play on my team because we were short a
That's what it
person.
was.
We were short two people actually for my team. Um, boy,
I feel like
that was a pain.
for paying's sake, you would probably want like U.S. only.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. But yeah, the one group they changed their contrast like pretty heavily. It was bad. They asked us every question in the book except for, "Hey, is this thing that clearly gives us an advantage over everybody legal?"
Yeah.
As if it
Uh,
would have been public knowledge.
Yeah.
It was a pretty dark time in Dead by Daylight. I later found out.
Yeah, poor
Wait,
AJ. He got smoked by the blight. Your whole team got annihilated.
Yeah, I think the guy was running like Shadowborn and then Stretch Drez, and he was just it was a terrible time.
not a good guy.
Yeah.
No, terrible
I
person.
remember Greg and I's team, we got done with our match, so I went to watch Erica's, and I'm like, you guys are not looking good.
You know that the matches in the tournament were fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And of course, we had to go up against the best team, like right off the bat, Greg.
Thirst for Kings.
Thirst
Yeah.
for Kings. Oh my gosh. You know, after we've gotten all this practice in, I wonder how we'd do if we did a tournament again, right? Like that Thirst
Yeah.
for Kings group was really fun. They were pretty good players, but I wonder how we'd do if we tried that again with our experience now.
We definitely, Greg, we should have done some more practice runs before we even did a match, because I don't think we even did a practice round before the tournament.
You guys just hop on for the day and just like, yep, I'm ready.
Yep, we just went right to it.
Yep. That's kind of what we did. My one of my teammates was running a little bit late, and then the other two were streamers that I scripted the night before.
Yeah,
Well,
they're running like on no sleep whatsoever
Yeah,
doing
I
this
get this
tournament for
guy from Australia. He's playing. It's like 4 a.m. for him. Oh crikey! And then we got all that big hang up because of the tournament and the cheating thing. But
yeah.
it was a good time overall, though. I will say.
Yeah, it was a
Speaking
lot
of,
of fun. We had so many people there.
yeah. Do you guys see the new Survivor and Killer?
yeah.
I haven't even tried the Survivor, but I've been like going up against you guys with the killer. I hate him.
Vittorio Toscano is the new Survivor. He's from do you guys know what franchise he's from?
No, he's not a licensed survivor. He's
Oh, it's
just
not
made up.
licensed. Okay, all
Yeah.
right. Yeah, it says he's from like 1300s, and he's got magic powers and stuff. And I guess a knight followed him into the realm, but
He knows what generators are.
he knows what generators are. He has the potential energy ability, which has been amazing for Merciless Storm. Potential energy, basically how it works is you you spend a number of uninterrupted seconds and you can activate it. You can start save it, banking up your generator progress, and convert 1.5% of your repair progress into tokens. And those tokens can be used to instantly repair a generator by the number of tokens you have, up to a maximum of 20. But if the killer hits you while you're en route from one generator to another, you lose those stacks. Yeah, so there's a couple plays you can do with that. If you know your opponent's playing, the killer's playing Merciless Storm, you can save that energy up until the end, use it all at once, and you don't have to worry about the skill checks.
Yeah, I
I
know a
like that
couple
perk
of
a
you have been
lot.
running that.
I like
Um,
that perk too, but it doesn't fit my play style.
Not me either.
it's if you're doing like a generator build, the thing that I've noticed and it bothers me so far is that sometimes you're in a rush to get a generator done, and then like a teammate will pop his potential energy, so then that survivor is not doing any generator progress. while you're rushing to try and get that one done. And next thing you know, the killer shows up, and then you're at 90% of the generator, and you don't get it done.
Yeah, the timing really matters on that for sure. I find that if you start using it at like 90%, if there's another person on the generator, you bank up like 5%, the killer shows up, you just spend your energy and run.
Yeah,
Because then you can just finish. You can finish the generator that way. But when people start saving that energy super early and repairing the generator, I don't think that's very helpful. In a lot of
I
cases.
think
This is a good perk to put alongside like leader, right?
Yeah, if you have a
Oh,
Or
yeah.
leadership,
leadership,
whatever it's called.
it's pretty good. I
is
think.
it leader. I think you want to do it with prove thyself
Yeah,
more,
prove
right?
thyself. You're
Oh
right.
yeah, yeah.
He also has the ability Fogwise, which, after succeeding a great skill check while repairing a generator, you can see the killer's aura for up to 6 seconds if you have it up to the third rank.
Imagine that with wiretap.
Yeah.
I need to
No.
put that on my bill.
Yeah, it's
That
pretty.
wouldn't be a bad ad.
Keep an
That's
eye
like
on this
a.
killer at all times.
I've seen a bunch of YouTube videos of just complete like killer aura builds, and people would take like skeleton keys and two add-ons, and then have like an aura build like Fogwise and Wiretap, and they see the killer 90% of the
The
match.
entire game. That's
Uh,
ridiculous.
Yeah.
who wants to explain the offering build we did?
Oh, uh, let me talk about Queen's Gambit quick, and then we can get into that because that's pretty sweet. The last of Vittorio Toscano's ability is Quick Gambit. When you have the killer's attention, you know how to keep it. Others can be confident they will not be interrupted anytime soon. So what it does is it increases the repair speed of any other survivor by up to 8% while you're being chased within 24 meters of the generator that they're currently repairing. There are so many times where I stick on a generator while somebody else is running while the
Hmm.
killer's around that I would love to see that perk being used more.
Mm.
But
That explains so much now when I see like my generator go from the white bar to a yellow bar when you guys run by. I was like, what is
ah,
this? I had no idea that you guys had like that perk or that there was such a thing. I'm like, why is my shit going faster? I'm like, I'm not mad, just confused.
Yeah, that's a really good perk. I've seen a couple people use it, but if they don't know how to use it, you have to like. There's like a fine line between that one too, because if you get against a good killer that knows like, oh, this guy's working on the generator, I need to push him off, and then
You have to be able to communicate too. So it's not one that's really helpful when you're with randos.
it could be depending on the build, I suppose. But
Yeah, because if you're running like most people, you see like the randos, like just pretty much run for it as soon as you get close to them.
oh yeah, they're like, oh, I'm out of here.
Yep.
yep, for sure.
Greg, did you want to talk about the build?
Oh yeah, let's talk about the build.
So what's the offering called again? Isn't it like salty lips?
Salty
Yeah.
lips,
Yeah.
Virgo's salty lips.
Yep.
Yeah, so it considerably increases the luck of all survivors, and if when you get every single survivor to run this offering, it well, the first game it seemed like it was 100% chance to pull yourself off the hook. Games 2 and 3 of trying it, I don't think anyone got off.
I think I was the only one that didn't get off. So I think
But
what John, you got off, right?
Oh yeah, I didn't even run slippery meat, and I was able to pop myself off the hook twice for each game. Well, once for each game,
Mm.
no problem. It was
that
fun. The
first
first
game,
game it was
I
great.
I wish I would have been able to like hear what the killer had to say.
We
He
all
was
just get
probably
hooked right
getting
away.
mind fucked.
Nobody's around us, and then they'd kind of like come back to the hook sometimes, and it's just us, just kind of chilling there.
It's like,
Nobody else
oh
around.
hey Fran,
Nuts.
we have our med kits and toolboxes and stuff, and we just get ourselves off hooks.
That or even when like everyone runs in with a toolbox with a new part on it, and like everyone just like smashes like 3 or 4 generators right off the bat.
Hmm.
I've stopped doing that. I've stopped using my toolbox right away, unless I think for some reason the killer is going to run Franklin's.
Yep.
I just save it until we're like after two or three generators are done. Then I try and save it for the last two generators.
Yeah.
Or if like I know that somebody's in a chase right away, but Lethal Pursuer will it'll take that toolbox away real quick.
Sure will.
I just need to get my built to last perk because I'm a big like toolbox runner.
Built to Last is a really great perk. Um,
As long as you're not
Oh,
up
it's kind
against
of fun.
like locker hunters like Huntress and
well,
I'm brain farting Dredge and Trickster.
so most people run Built to Last with Head On. So I know you hate the perk,
Dude,
but
I'm so bad at it and it pisses me off because it's so perfect.
you know, later
It's really
tonight if
good
we
on
get enough,
paper.
I will run Head On, and I'll when you're killer, trust me, I'll get it. I'll get you with
Because
it.
I need built to last, head
We
on,
all
and
should.
flashbang.
You
It,
don't
it's,
need flashbang. Flashbang's not
oh, d-
necessary.
oh, dude, but I've seen so many people troll the fuck out of killers with those. Like,
We'll see if you run Built to Last. Why would you run flashbang? Flashbang.
well, not using built to last, but if you have the pop out locker and flashbang, um, they're a very good combo.
Hmm.
So the moment you see the killer start to break the pallet, that's when you drop the flashbang, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because of the
Um,
timing.
Same with like if say you stun a killer with a flashlight, um, or with a pallet, you go to blind them right after you stun them. As soon as most of the time they're gonna go right into the break animation for the pallet.
Hmm.
As soon as that pallet breaks, you click the flashlight again, and it does like the chain blind.
I've,
Nice.
I've seen a
But
lot of people when they do the pallet drop, they'll immediately slide over to where the killer is, drop the flashbang, and then move over to the other side of the pallet.
yeah, uh, I think
That's
I've done that
that's
to you,
so
Tyler,
ignorant.
but sometimes it doesn't work because you just like swinging.
Oh yeah, I like to swing when I get blind. I like to
Yeah,
move off to I like to move forward or even like take like an angle and then take a guess.
Yeah, that the flashlight's currently something I'm trying to work on getting better with. I'm gonna start doing like pallet stuns and that type of stuff. But good stuff. Well, has anybody had a chance to play the knight?
I have had.
Wrong way,
Other way,
Tyler.
other way.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
way?
Yeah,
It's that
yeah,
way.
it's that
yeah.
Yep.
way.
I was
Yep.
wondering who you're pointing at. I was like,
Yeah.
Well, over in my screen, you are
It's
this
always
way.
gonna be
okay,
different where it records.
Oh my God, that's always gonna fuck
Yeah.
me. So where's Greg at?
Greg's above you, directly
Yeah.
above you.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, he's still like that for me
And
here.
I'm actually sitting on
Hi,
Greg's
buddy.
lap in
Oh, that's
OBS
hot.
since I have my green screen in the background. So, yeah,
That's pretty
I'm
hot.
just sitting on Daddy's lap right now.
Nice.
Um, I've had a lot of time to play the knight so far,
Yeah.
and I can say that I think he's a really terrible killer. Um, I don't know if that's surprising to you guys. Um,
Depends on what you mean by terrible killer.
I think once you learn
he's
the counterplay to him, he's pretty manageable.
yes, that
Like
yeah,
my strategy, I'm not sure what you do, AJ, but like as soon as I get locked on by one of those guys, you just keep running across the map and try not to go this way he's
yep.
planning on going.
Or you'll go to a tile where you have like a pallet or something that makes it hard for him to get to you. He's gonna always take his power out, and once he does that, you're just like, okay, I'll just keep running then.
Just leave the area. No problem.
Yeah, just keep running straight forward. And um, I saw Greg, you were doing it yesterday, playing against the knight. I think
Oh, ooh.
Oh my God.
sassy.
Surfing's cranky. All right.
Um, but you ran the killer for probably like close to 10 minutes. He was just chasing you and only you. Um, I mean, eventually he got you, but usually he's not like one of those killers that it's easy to get away from, but it's easy to just keep going without him ever being able to get
Keep
you.
him running. Yep.
Yeah.
If he's
I feel
overly
like
reliant on that ability.
I think it's because people don't know how to play the knight yet. I think once he's been out for a little bit longer, his win rate's going to go up pretty a pretty large portion, I think, because you have to use his power uh, prematurely, and like you have to plan areas.
Mhm.
Like you have part of his kit is revealing auras, and once you know where survivors are, then you can drop down the your skeletons to help you out and shit. But
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't think it's one of those killers where you use the power while chasing people. I just feel like you're just throwing the game at that point.
Well, like
Yeah.
AJ, you're saying like with Killer being terrible and all that, but you run him so well, it's hard for me to believe that because you
Right.
literally make it a 2v1 match where you end up cornering me like a helpless child, and you do that for all of us. And it's like, well, how are we supposed to like survive this? You like can't outrun because the killer's obviously faster than you. So you pretty much like do this with you and your helper, and you split off, and then you just do this.
Well,
Yeah, that is the point of them, but
one thing people
um
are doing is picking people off hooks while the minions are chasing them because they just go away, right?
yep. There's a couple other things that they go away from, but
I kind
And
of wish it
flashbang.
worked like I wish it worked like Plague and um what's his name? Legion, in the sense of when you're using Legion's power, you hit someone, they get the men status and then they're injured.
Yeah.
But if you're still running and attack them again or while they're injured, it doesn't kill them.
yep.
I wish the knight was like that because there's so many instances where you could get attacked by his minion and him. I just feel like that's way too good,
He
I
he
think
needs to be nerfed heavily, in my opinion.
at least
mm,
in that
I,
regard.
they could make like a nerf slash buff. Like they could make his minions like a lot quicker, but like what Greg said, they only put you into that deep wound state and they don't actually put you down. I think that would be fair.
They
Yeah,
might
because it's
rebalance,
like,
and with the killers getting better and more practice, survivors get more practice against killers. So
Hmm.
I'm not sure the killers are going to be that much better than they are currently. I think they're just going to be people who play the killer more optimally than others. Um, just kind of like Spirit or with the nurse, like well the nurse especially. Like if you have somebody who's really good at the nurse, they're stellar. But somebody who's crap at nurse, like it feels bad because you're beating them so bad. But nurse is like arguably the best killer.
I think regardless of if the killer playing nurse is bad, it's always like a way more fun game than going against most other killers.
That's fair.
The nurse always plays so differently, so just to get that different variety in a game just always feels nice.
as long as I'm not up against Pinhead, I'm pretty happy.
For the doctor.
Oh yeah, the doctor's
Definitely
so
don't like going
sweaty.
against the
The
doctor.
box, you have opened it, and I have come.
Oh, just please die, Pinhead.
Boy, between the pinhead and the Oreo, we had a lot of battles against killers we don't like playing against.
Sweaty, sweaty killers. And campy. That Oreo was such a camper.
Oh yeah,
Just couldn't take that loss like a true champ.
You guys went against a bad Onryo?
Yeah.
yeah.
We got the door 99 and we were all ready to go. And she got John on the hook and then stood there.
Hmm. Well, I usually get pretty mad about that, but I think about for the killer's point of view is that they're probably just trying to secure like their one kill.
Get my one kill, please, son.
Yeah,
Give me some porridge.
you guys
Uh,
bullied me all
May I
game.
have
Just let me have
another?
one.
I don't know. That's not really much of a deserving win. It's like, yeah, I can't. I can play. It's like, can you? Can you really?
It's like
Yeah,
I'm okay with it at least because as long as they didn't camp like right off the bat like the whole entire game. So
yeah.
like that's why I give them the benefit of the doubt.
Well,
Yeah.
when I'm playing against randos, like I kind of have this scale of how sweaty I'm gonna be as the game progresses. Like if I don't have a hook, by the time one generator's been done, I'm gonna pull out all the stops and just be the most toxic trash killer to catch up. But
Got to.
that's, I mean, in general, like if you're having a fair game, like don't hook camp people. Like just play the game.
Yep.
You
Totally.
just learn from your mistake and move on to the next match.
Absolutely.
And if you suck in that one, maybe you need a different killer.
Might.
It's
There's
just up
there's
to you.
a link I found. If any of you guys know the YouTuber Otstarva, I
Yeah.
watch him a lot when I'm at work. He has a thing
I don't
on his.
reference him at all because I can't say his name. So, is it my fault or is it his fault?
Ooh, that's a
Yes.
good point.
His fault.
Fair. He has a thing on his Twitter that he made a thing to help people try and find like a killer that suits them, for both ability to have fun and skill wise in what they're looking for.
He I think he put up a video today or maybe it was yesterday. He is starting a series of how to counter each killer.
Yeah,
And he started this series off with the Trapper. And Tiffany and I were watching it this morning, and I feel like she got a couple of extra ideas on like trap placement.
Oh fuck!
Yeah,
yeah.
so we're
Yeah.
we're in for a treat, I think.
GG's.
I tell
Yeah.
you, she's really good with Raccoon City. Like that's her place to be Trapper.
That's a
Yeah.
good map to be Trapper.
Yeah.
She wouldn't even think too, because I mean, there's no grass or anything, which is ideal for trapper. But she plays it really well with all of her trap placements. So I give her props for that.
She's gotten all of us multiple times
Oh, sure. Yeah,
in that
absolutely.
Oh,
area.
yeah. Always when you least like, all right, we're down to the last couple of seconds. I have to plan every single movement to the T. That's when you get stuck.
And it's like, oh, it's like, John, I'm coming to get you. It's like, no, I'm
Yep.
not.
Nope. Always
Oh,
the
like,
worst
oh,
possible time.
I'm gonna go start this Jenny. Like, damn it.
Yeah, about that. Plus, with certain perks, if you try to disarm those traps, you end up getting injured by it. Or if you unhook it yourself, you also get like down. It's like,
That's
man, this
those red add-ons.
sucks.
He does have
Yeah,
some really good red add-ons.
and it's
Better than
crazy because
most.
you're like, you're almost afraid doing any like matches and stuff like that to disarm the trap because you don't know if it's gonna hurt you.
Got to be the guinea pig. Someone's got to be.
Someone's got to
If
be.
you find the
Someone's gotta.
traps early on, it's nice. But it sucks when they have that add-on because it's just an incentive. Like, yep, I pretty much don't want to disarm this trap ever, and I just have to keep it in mind where it's at.
And just point your camera down and start running.
Or if you're injured, just go and pop them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your guys' favorite killer? Like,
Ooh, I've been playing Whiskers a lot. I like the
Same.
Mastermind. I like him a lot. I've been having a lot of fun there. But I'm a big Resident Evil fan, so I like the Nemesis and all the Resident Evil characters as survivors. So I kind of gravitate towards that. If I can't pick Resident Evil, either the Centobite or maybe the Spirit.
Spirit's a lot
That's
of fun. I
fair.
like Spirit. Ooh, good picks. I feel like I know Greg's, but
I think I know
I
his
have
top
two.
two.
Go ahead.
you too. The good old boop the snoot.
Yep. See, if I just
Yeah.
want to turn my brain off and just play, it'll be the pig. But if I'm going like to kill everyone and have fun, to me, I usually pick Freddy.
Okay.
Yeah, and you don't see Greg play Freddy too much. He's usually Legion of Ghostface. So when you see Freddy come out, you know Greg wants a good win.
There's
I
so
don't want
many
you
good
guys
killers.
getting used to me playing Freddy.
Yeah, it's a very like, it's a very
It's a
rare
treat.
occasion.
I don't like playing against Freddy, and I hate it every time. I hate playing against Freddy, and I hate playing against the Onryo.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Onryo's not fun.
Oh, and the
Um,
twins.
And Bing Bong. There's so many
Bing
killers that
bong.
I love. Yeah, Bing Bong Man. There's Pinball Man too. But yeah.
love me some Pinball Man. See, I don't mind Bing Bong Man just because I usually have a flashlight every game, so I usually feel like the killer for that game. But
That's fair.
Yeah.
We also play customs where AJ, do you use iridescent add-ons for your Bing Bong Man when you play them?
no, I whenever I play killer against you guys, I never use iridescent add-ons.
Okay, all right. I just know that whenever you go to uncloak, I am getting hit regardless when you're playing AJ. Every
I
time.
I think the last time I was playing Bing Bong Man, I was using the it was a yellow add-on. It was the one that you could hear the bell, but you could hear it anywhere across the map.
Yeah, that's
Um,
terrifying.
And you just kept doing that like over and over again. I think it was just like me and one other person left, and you're just like running in the middle of the map, just like dinging. And I'm like, I hate you.
Just dinging.
Bing bong, bing bong.
Bong bong. Bong bong.
Ty, you said your favorite was
uh,
Whiskers
yeah, my top two is definitely Wesker and the Artist.
and the artist. Artist
Oh,
is
the
a
artist
lot of
is
fun too.
fun. Yeah, I like that one.
The Artist, as long as you run her with her bird perk, like I pretty much know where everyone's at almost 24/7.
Mm.
Oh,
I really like Wesker.
Those
I feel like
government drones.
Yeah.
from my home state, Ohio.
I've only been playing Wesker, and I've grown to really love his character because of AJ getting me the Resident Evil pack. And I don't really have any other killers to work with, so I was like, you know what? I'll use Wesker, and I'm pretty much getting perfect kills every game.
Nice.
I had to make sure that you weren't playing
He's
on
a
that
good
Xbox
killer.
anymore.
Yeah. Hopefully they let you export your progress from your Xbox to your PC one of these days.
Maybe someday. I mean, if not, like I'm already crushing it. Like Ada's already Prestige 1, and
As soon as you
um,
bypass your progress using your PC that you have on your Xbox, that's when they'll figure it out.
oh,
Yeah.
easily. That's how it always works. But because it does suck because over on my Xbox, some of the kills I have over there that I don't have on the PC is Ghostface, Legion, Freddy, Trickster, Michael. There's so many killers that I don't have. The
Everybody
Demigorgon,
loves little Michael.
I can't even use Demigorgon because
Wait, do you have
he's not even
Demigorgon
there.
on your Xbox?
I do.
I do as
Oh,
well. That's the
lucky.
most upsetting thing because you can't get them back.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
And
It's
you can
just
even grab the survivors either, can't you? Or are they still available?
No, you
nope.
can't
Nope.
get any of it.
All their perks turned into to base kit perks. You can get them no matter what now.
I missed the map too.
I do not.
Really?
Hawkins.
I
Hawkins.
loved Hawkins Lab.
I was not a fan of Hawkins.
It was so good, especially when you kill her.
Not
So,
from that
so
was nightmare fuel.
I was gonna say, am I bringing up some bad memories for you, buddy?
Some PSTD.
I just
Yes,
see
whatever
you
it
like
is.
staring off into space. I'm like, I think I triggered him.
I can't take it anymore.
Oh no.
No,
Uh,
so maybe one day, but I mean, right now, like I said, just running Wesker, and he's been a lot of fun.
Nice. Greg,
Fine.
you've been playing Pokemon.
I have.
How is the new Pokemon?
Um, I like it, but at the same time, I don't.
Oh,
So I'm gonna say this as a con, but it should be like a neutral because I'm so used to playing Pokemon games like all the way through, then dropping it. There's nothing yet that keeps me playing a Pokemon game. I may go into it like, yeah, I'm gonna kill it this time. I'll get the Pokédex. Nope. I just get through the story, then just drop it like it's like on to the next thing.
Gotcha.
But I feel like from Pokemon Arceus to this, I feel like they took a step back instead of a step forward. And all the graphic problems that they're having now, I feel like should have been Pokemon Arceus, not this game. You know what I mean? Pokemon Arceus was, in my opinion, like almost damn near perfect graphic wise. Like rendering was amazing. Now rendering is shit.
Yeah, I heard
You
the Pokemon game, like the graphics weren't great. It looks like it was poorly put together in some ways, but the game is incredibly fun.
Yeah, I see. I'm having fun, but like I said, there's nothing holding me to the game once I beat it.
No, that makes sense. I mean, hey, if that's the way you game, right? Like if you get done with the Pokemon games and you're just on to the next thing, I mean, that's how you play it, right? But
Yeah,
I'm sure there's a use case for everybody, people who want to min max or shiny hunt. There are shinies in that, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's become like a staple of Pokemon since like Silver. So,
This is the first Pokemon game where they teach you about shinies.
Really?
oh,
They're not just wow.
Yep,
just not just random. Okay,
yep.
Guys, I wanted to say something real quick. If
yeah.
I happen to cut out, for some reason it's storming in
Yeah,
November.
I did see that. There's
What?
like a big ball of light in your window. I'm like,
Yeah, it's actually thunderstorming at my house right now, oddly enough.
What?
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
oh shit! If it is for you, I wonder if that's happening here now or on its way.
Yeah. Well, I just want to let you guys know real quick, but
Just
I'm
goes out mid
very
sentence.
surprised they actually like talked about shinies. That's always just kind of just been there, and they never talked about it.
Just accept it.
Yep.
Yeah. What is it like? Like, what did they say about them?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't go through the tutorials or anything.
Fair enough.
Fair
You played
enough.
one Pokemon, you played them all, right?
That's the downside to it. Yeah.
Yep.
A little
Yep.
bit.
Well, speaking of games, December, we've got quite the list of games coming out. I'm going to talk about games that we won't have a chance to talk about, but we're going to go over a list of all the games next week that we're looking forward to. But just a couple to make sure you catch this week. Midnight Suns comes out the 2nd. So Marvel's Midnight Suns. It is basically the listing here says our best hero titles list is all about to get bigger. In a couple of days, Marvel's Midnight Suns will be the most recent game among new PC games based on comic books. In a tactical RPG, you will form a team consisting of beloved characters such as Spider-Man, Wolverine, Iron Man, Ghost Rider, and others. Your mission will be to face the dark forces of Lilith. The very fabric of magic is in danger, and it's up to you to fix it. Uh, of the characters, Iron Man, I'm looking forward to playing him. And definitely Spider Man. I love all these characters. Ghost Rider. This game's gonna be sweet. Have you guys heard anything
Love
else
the
about it?
cast.
No,
Oh yeah, I keep up with it.
that's cool.
Or
And
I
it's not
try
gonna
to.
be. It's gonna be an all platforms game.
Least PC.
It
Awesome.
seems like it is for everything.
Yeah.
That's cool. That Spider-Man's gonna be in it because Spider-Man's just mainly PlayStation only. Everyone hates it.
Yep.
Yeah, true.
Then we also have Need for Speed Underground coming out December 2nd. There's also the Callisto Project on December 2nd, considered the last big AAA game of 2022. And it's from some of the original Dead Space creators. Yeah, it looks pretty sweet. So keep an eye out for that game coming out this week.
Except Switch.
Get
Reasonable.
wrecked, Switch.
And yeah, just get Rex Switch.
Yeah, they don't want to downscale their game so it looks like crap on your console. Get better,
Fair
Nintendo.
enough.
Nintendo is usually always very far behind.
They have a
Just
gimmick though that keeps everybody in there. You know.
Mario Kart and Smash.
Yep. They'll forever hold that against everybody else.
Yeah, what the Nintendo 64 was the last console that they were ahead for, right?
Probably
Technically,
Yeah.
I mean, the
everything
GameCube
else.
was close, but
yeah. Trust me, I love the GameCube, but
it wasn't the best system at its time.
No.
It had a lot of the best games at its time though. But now you can get Resident Evil 4 on all consoles, and I'm sure most of those games are on the Nintendo store, so you can play them now. Don't need to get your GameCube anymore.
Um, I did want to bring up one game quick.
Yeah,
How many of you guys here are into, or at least are a fan of like Rainbow Six Siege? Tyler is.
exactly
Yes.
one of us.
So that's perfect, Tyler, because you have your VR. And anybody else that's interested should look into it too. For VR, there's a game that just came out called Breachers, which is essentially a copy of Rainbow Six Siege, and its own like little spin-off in VR. Um,
Wow.
I've been really excited to try it. It's just that was a bad one.
That was really bad.
Um,
Oh,
but I only briefly saw it, and it looks really cool. A lot of the same stuff that you can do in Rainbow Six Siege, breaching walls, like putting breach charges up, rappelling up buildings. Um,
So it's a vamped up version of Onward.
yes,
Good.
but
I mean,
so,
Onward was a lot of fun.
what's Onward?
it's like
So Onward is basically VR Call of Duty.
Oh, nice.
It's a lot of fun. Like you really get into the game. Like you have to like put on your night vision goggles and the night maps, reload and unload your guns, pull out your knives and flashbangs and grenades. You can crawl, run, jump, and all that.
you
It's
also don't get a lot of health, so people play very, very stealthy.
oh yeah, it's
Ooh,
like Call of Duty on like hardcore mode. Like 2 shots, you're dead.
gotcha.
It's got like the real aspect. You don't get shot in the face with a Barrett 50 cal. Like but a scratch.
And mosquito? Jesus.
Yeah, right. Get these
Oh, I mean,
navigators
that's
out of here. Come on.
that's the COD logic, but Onward's
What-
like two
What if
shots
every
you're done.
time a mosquito bites you, it makes the the hit noise in Call of Duty?
Oh,
Oh,
man,
shit.
Oh my God. You're sleeping in the middle of the night and you wake up and you just hear it and you're like,
And as long as my vision doesn't start like going red like Call of Duty does, and I'm okay with that.
Guess that's fair.
Tyler, have you ever talked about the last time that we played Onward together?
No, I haven't.
So the last time that me and Tyler played Onward together, I was dead for like the next 30 seconds until I respawned. So I was spectating Tyler, and you can throw like flashbangs and grenades and stuff. And bit of foreshadowing, Tyler is playing in his living room with his ceiling fan above him. So I'm spectating
yeah.
him and I'm watching him, and he's getting suppressed in enemy fire, so he's like, I need to do something. So he gets ready to throw I think it was a flashbang.
Yes, it
And
was a flashbang.
I just see his hands go up and then immediately just drop, and his hands just sat there, and he's like, I need to go.
I was like, I need to go. So I took off the VR and everything. I fucking smacked that ceiling fan.
Oh,
I-
man.
How
I was
fucking
trying-
dare you stay right there the whole time?
I'm supposed to know it's there.
What, were you playing at Taylor's house?
Yeah.
Those low-hanging
Yeah.
ceiling fans.
No, I would have lost my like freaking up to my elbow if that was the case.
That's a good point, yeah. I'm
But,
sure that ceiling fan got ripped off the ceiling that night.
I'm surprised it's still up there intact. But it's like that's why like I need like more room for there because like you can easily forget your surroundings very easily when you get into
Yeah.
that game. It's
Apparently,
different when
yeah.
you play stuff like Beat Saber and stuff like that because you're not moving. But if you play things like Onward and Super Hot and stuff like that, like you're very active and it's so quick. Like you just forget what you're doing in the outside world.
Yeah, I'm still on Resident Evil 4 and Beat Saber, and man, I'll tell you what, the cats are like little hazards all over the house.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it just randomly, we got 6 cats over here running amok, and they all love us. So, they're always trying to be on their feet. But
AJ, I'm surprised. Speaking of like funny moments and stuff like that, when you played Paranormal Activity with me at your house,
Mm.
I'm really surprised you didn't take your PC and everything with you when you fell, because you had your VR still set up with your cord, and you pretty.
That's why I have the very long cord for moments like that. I
I
was
know, but you jumped out of your square zone. You're just like, yep, that's it. I'm done.
that was terrifying. As buggy as that game was, the horror feeling was very much there.
What game's
It
that?
was. It's
Uh,
paranormal activity. It's basically just like Phasmophobia, but it's a story to it. And you pretty much like run through it. You're like an investigator, and you're trying to figure out like what happened in this house, and then you pretty much get like hunted down by the spirits. Like shit gets thrown at you, lights start to fucking flicker, things start like yelling, roaring at you, and it's like, nope, nope, that's it, I'm done. Things like pop up behind you for no freaking reason.
yeah, they did a good job on all the jump scares in that. I love VR horror. It hits different.
Oh, it really does. I remember the one scene. Like I really thought that I was about ready to have a heart attack. Like I dropped down to the
Never.
ground.
Never.
Greg will never play these games.
Hey, you know, the next time we do Phasmophobia in Centralia, we need to do it with Oculuses on.
Yeah, we should all have it on. I think that'd be a
Greg.
lot of fun.
Yeah, Greg has to be the first one.
We can all have our
Wait.
own little, like, we'll have to have a lookout, right, that stands on the street and make sure that no cars come down and plow us over. And then we can just, like, stand in that street that we were at the other time. We have all the open room around us. This sounds terrible. This sounds
We
so
could just-
bad.
No.
I should
We'll-
just have
we'll be-
Greg play Paranormal Activity just one time.
We'll be making our play space for like an hour.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We'll have to have lights because otherwise the Oculus won't be able to tell, like, where the play space is, too. Oh, it'll be a big production. We should do that. That would be a lot of fun.
Come
I think
on,
it'd be
Greg.
cool to go play in like a dome, and just like on like a turf field or something.
Oh, yeah.
So because then it's like artificial light, so you don't have the sunlight that's gonna like ruin your Oculus.
Greg is absolutely not amused by this idea at all.
Why not?
That doesn't sound like fun at all.
No.
No. That $300 VR is going to get broken real fast.
We'd have the cops call on us for screaming.
That's absolutely fair. I mean, what are they going to do? It's a public road, right?
I just see Tyler screaming like from a ghost and just full on sprinting away and
I mean,
slams
he
into like a,
he almost dumped my gaming laptop on the ground.
Hey, you guys know how I get. You
We-
should have been prepared.
We knew the risks. We knew the risks. It was he was running from the because we did do this with a gaming PC out there in Centralia and got it recorded for the Patreon. But yeah, no, Tyler was out there on the little camping chair and had a little table. They just did released Phasmophobia single player mode that doesn't have to connect online, so he was just playing on his own. And then I think we had Dalton play as well, so it was a good time. It was a fun time out in Centralia.
Like, out of all the spirits, of course I get the one that freaking croaks, and that's like a PTSD sound for me. And I'm just like, nope, that's it, I'm done.
I hate that one, too.
That's hilarious.
you don't like The Grudge?
No, you know I don't like The Grudge.
He doesn't like The Grudge.
I used to try and like master like the noise of it just to piss Tyler off.
You almost
Oh
died a
yeah,
couple of
we all
times.
did.
Erica's
Yeah,
picked
yeah.
up the flame.
Oh yeah, she has.
Flame
Greatly
bearer.
appreciate it.
Yeah, no, it's no fun. But you know, Greg, you really should try Baz or even a paranormal game on my VR.
Hey, Greg, do you have a VR?
Nope.
No.
Nope, but I can let him borrow mine. It's not a big deal.
It's
I'm a
true.
generous man.
Christmas is coming up, Greg. Watch out.
Gonna chase some spooky ghosts, Greg.
I'll do it with you. We can hold hands and walk together.
Aw.
Wait, Greg, are you a deep sleeper?
Yeah.
Okay, you're just gonna wake up and you're just gonna be in the game.
Oh no.
Dude, wouldn't that be something? Just to like wake up in like the living room
Ah.
and you just like start hearing like shit, like the grudge noise start croaking in your ear. I would not enjoy that at all.
I feel like the old voice line from Call of Duty. You're the last one to finish the mission.
Now imagine that they were able to like make the haunted game like set up in like your house, so like the VR only like sees like everything that's in your house, but it adds sound effects in there.
I just saw a thing on
Oh no.
TikTok. Some of the new VRs are starting to pick that up.
See, Greg,
Um,
this could be perfect.
it's like weird. It's kind of terrifying. Like I don't really like. I'm a little skeptical on the idea of it, but it actually the sensors are a lot better now, and they actually like record kind of like your house and envision it and kind of animate it, and you can move around your house freely and spawn like enemies like with guns and do like kind of like first person shooter kind of stuff.
Oh my God, this is revolutionary.
That's great. I
I'll
love
have
where the
to
Oh,
world's going.
oh, a storm hit here, bud.
Yep,
yeah.
storm's over here as well.
I,
Same.
I heard the rumblies outside.
It's weird because I heard the thunder. I looked at the weather. It just says rain.
Hey,
It's not rain.
remember how our Drunken Doken openings weren't recorded because of the power outage?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got a USB on this bitch, so we're good to go.
All
Nice.
right.
Learn from
that's funny.
experience.
Yup.
Yes. Yep. Not gonna happen again. Um,
Yeah.
but
You can keep that vomit off your couch.
yeah, right. We're getting pretty close to the end here, but there's something we didn't cover that happened last week. Um, so there's a downgrade of a famous franchise's stock within Hasbro. So basically, what happened is the S&P 500 today, or a few days ago, on November 15th, decreased its evaluation of the stock holdings of Magic the Gathering through Hasbro. So,
Wow.
Magic the Gathering is deemed worth less than it was before, and it ended up sliding like 9.2% in its stock price. Long story short, is they cite they've worn Magic the Gathering has worn out prices and long term good faith from the basically the people who play Magic with constant reprints and their crazy set release schedule over the past couple years. It's really amped up. There's a graphic which shows like there's like 40 some sets that were released this year, or like 40 some products released this year. Um, and we aren't even done with the year. Whereas like
Mm-hmm.
10 years ago, that would have been like seven products tops. So they're grinding the stuff out, and it's hurting the company and long term evaluations of the company. So yeah, something to keep an eye out. I guess even Dual Lands went down. They matched the price, the market price drop, and went down 10% as well. So
Wow.
it actually hit card values, which is shocking to me because that hasn't happened before.
Yeah. Other than that, what are you thinking about this?
Um, I think Wizards is gonna have to learn a lesson. They either correct course, go leaner with their staff, and stop making as many fucking products. And eventually, people who hold on to these cards can continue to save the cards and have their collection go back up in value. Because the stock market, I guess, sees a direct connection between the values of these cards and the fact that they are reprinted, but not at such a scale that the cards are worthless. But they're hurting the value of their game by these overprints. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. Hopefully, they put the brakes on printing as much and try and go leaner as a company. That way, they don't screw the players who are currently in it. If the nightmare scenario, I think, is that shit goes tits up for Wizards of the Coast, and in one last hurrah to keep the company afloat, they just do reprints of reserved list cards, the cards that they've promised that they'll never print again. They'll just do a printing of those cards to get quick money and back into the game. But if they end up doing that, I think that's the the last hurrah for the company because they're going to
Yeah.
get sued into oblivion by people who hold valuation of those cards. So we'll see what they do. I'm They can pull out of this still, but it's definitely a bad sign for Wizards. They've gone through tough times before. Hopefully, they've learned from their lessons in the past.
Time will tell, right?
It's the only thing. Well,
It's just a really bad idea. It feels almost like as if, like, say, like Dokkan would release a new Dokkan Fest every week.
yeah, exactly.
That would ruin it.
Yeah, that's what Magic players are been getting hit with, and it's been like the past 2-3 years that they've been really bad. And so it's like through COVID, they're trying to print all these sets for a collectible card game that you play with people in person. So
Yeah. And like, what do they even do for the cards at that point? Like, like that's who's making like these ideas that's just spitting them out like that.
oh, they're reaching into other franchises. Like they're doing they're doing. They had a Stranger Things crossover where they did Stranger Things Magic the Gathering cards. Warhammer 40K. They've branched out into additional things, and they're even relying on the old lore of the game to retell some of those old stories to print sets based off that.
Okay.
So, but they've done a lot to try and push product to people, and apparently the stock market has said we've had enough. So,
Time to slow down a little bit.
hopefully, yeah.
As always, everyone who listens, be awesome, be happy, and hope everyone had a very good Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving,
yeah.
everybody.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like we kind of all forgot that happened, especially
Yeah.
since I
Yup.
just
I was asleep most of the day, so that. Yeah,
Oh, dude, you were
Back to the grind.
yeah. AJ was like he passed out like 2 or 3 times on Thanksgiving.
I woke up for food. I ate food. I slept.
That's the way to do it.
Very busy life for you right there. Does anyone?
Watching what? I was
No, go
saying,
ahead.
watching Netflix for 8 hours is a very busy life.
Oh, fuck you.
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah. Who's gonna watch all those TV shows on Netflix?
Yeah,
Who's going to make Netflix their money? Come on.
Yeah.
exactly. Good
Oh,
stuff.
fair
Well,
enough, I guess.
thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks for coming on.